super loud, so I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to overheat. Hey everyone, how's it going? I wanted to film a video super quickly because I bought a Juul yesterday and I wanted to do an unboxing video. So this is what a Juul is, in case you don't know, which I'm sure everyone knows what a Juul is at this point. It's an electronic cigarette, and yeah, I've tried them before. I've never bought one before, but I wanted to give it a shot. I'm trying to quit smoking. I've been smoking for 10 years now, and I think it's time for me to stop. So I've quit before in the past cold turkey, and this is basically, this has 5 ingredients, which I will list here because I don't know them off the top of my head, but I know one of them is nicotine salt. And essentially what I've heard about Juul and e-cigarettes in general is that they are good for helping people quit smoking because they're giving you the nicotine, but they're not as bad for you as cigarettes. Obviously, the verdict is still out. You know, electronic cigarettes are still relatively new, and we don't know what they're capable of doing fully, but honestly, anything at this point is better than me continuously smoking cigarettes all day, so I wanted to give it a try. So the Juul is super popular with teens and high schoolers. I was actually reading a New Yorker article about it, which is, it's just really funny that that's like what people, like high schoolers, are really into right now. And it was kind of saying that high schoolers think that like adults smoking Juul look really weird and stupid. So yeah, I can't wait to look bad and stupid, but also I just want to not feel like gross in my throat and like my mouth and my skin, and feel like I can breathe a little bit better. So I'm trying this out. Obviously, eventually I'd like to quit being dependent on nicotine altogether. But I think the hardest thing for me when it comes to quitting smoking, and as I said, I've quit smoking before successfully, well, not successfully because I started smoking again, but for about a year, and the hardest thing for me was being around other people that smoked. You know, I don't drink, so smoking was kind of the last thing I had when I would go out to like events or bars or whatever, that kind of tied me or kept me interested in like the activity being had. If I ever got bored, I could go out and have a cigarette with someone. And it kind of like would break up my day nicely. And I found that the first time I quit smoking, I actually felt like I had so much extra time in my day and so much free time. And it kind of drove me crazy, and I was like, what do people do? Do they just like eat chips instead of smoke cigarettes? I'm ready. I'm gonna be 30 in January, and I just don't want to be smoking in my 30s, and I just want to take better care of my body. I can feel my body changing and aging, and my skin reflecting what I put into my body. So okay, so I'm here. I'm gonna unbox the Juul. Let's look at the Juul packaging. It comes with, so I bought a starter pack because I've never bought Juul before, and it's $60, at least here in New York. It comes with the Juul itself and the charger, and then it comes with the flavor pods, or the, yeah, they're pods with the nicotine in them. So the pod flavors you get, they're kind of weird flavors. You get mint, mango, creme brulee, and tobacco at 5% strength, and I have no idea what 5% strength means. Let's just take a look at the Juul pod itself, or the device itself. And so this is what you keep and hold on to, and then you buy kind of like the flavor pods. And apparently the flavor pods are, one flavor pod is equal to a pack of cigarettes, but each flavor pod is $5. So cigarettes here are like $14. So here is the Juul. And then you have, so this is the actual Juul stick that you smoke out of. And then you insert the pod in here. My camera is about to die, so I'm trying to do this quickly. And then this is the little charger, and you just, it's a USB, so you stick it into your, you can stick it into your computer, you can stick it into a square. This is really the future of smoking, which is fucking weird. 10 years ago, before I started smoking actually, because I started smoking in college, I was kind of a, I feel like a lot of people start smoking in high school, but it's a little bit of a late bloomer, peer pressured. But I saw someone smoking an e-cigarette, and I looked at them, this was like, I was 19, this is literally a few months before I started smoking. And I was just like, wow, that's like so stupid, it's never gonna catch on. Like, why would anyone smoke e-cigarettes? And lo and behold, here I am, eating my words. So I'm feeling silly. Okay, these are the pods. It's like almost like the way they come is like almost like printer ink or something. You know what I mean? It's so weird. But I think I'm gonna try the creme brulee first. I also don't recommend getting into e-cigarettes or Juul if you're not a smoker and you just want to. I mean, I don't recommend getting into cigarettes. I don't recommend getting into anything. Obviously, I did it and I can't undo that. But I can't imagine being in high school and starting to smoke. You know what? It's the same as cigarettes. It's just, it's the lesser of two evils. So you stick the pod in, and there's like a little light that lights up, and then you just smoke it. It's crazy. It's like, can you see that? It's like glittering. Does that mean it's like starting to live? It tastes very sweet. I've had the creme brulee flavor before. I'm not like the biggest fan. I feel like I'll probably just be smoking the tobacco flavor. But I'm excited for them to come out with new flavors. I'm also excited for them I'm just excited to see if this works, honestly. I mean, I don't know if it will. I'm ready to quit and move on with my life and not be smoking cigarettes, and also just not creating so much waste. I feel like everywhere around me is just like a layer of ash whenever I smoke, and like I'm always just, it's just gross. I always just have like cigarette butts like everywhere, and yeah, I'm not pro e-cigarettes, but I think if they can help you quit, then I might as well try it. And obviously eventually I want to not be dependent on nicotine at all, and I want to just not think about smoking. But if this is the step I need to take, then that's fine. So have any of you tried Juuls or other e-cigarettes? I know these are kind of the most popular because they're small and they kind of hit like a cigarette more than anything else I've tried. Has it helped you quit smoking? How do you feel about them? Do you have any tips for me or advice for me? Yeah, I'd love to hear your stories and your input. So yeah, that's the Juul in a nutshell. Goodbye.